Go down, make it sweat, sweat, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here live once again from Merrill Blackburn Field at Josh Brown Stadium for today's presentation of Grace Warrior Baseball, as your Grace Christian Warriors will be hosting the Oak Hill Rams. I'm Alex Newell of Sinlaw Preps here for GSPN, your home for Warrior Baseball all season long, all the way to Sulphur. Getting ready for the national anthem as we get ready to get things started here in Alexandria. The Warriors, 14-0, still undefeated on the season after taking down East Beauregard. Very narrowly defeated Class C powerhouse Claiborne Christian 5-3. And now the Warriors hosting Oak Hill today to open up district play here in District 5B. They will host the Warriors today, and in 2 days from now, they will return the trip to Hineston to go play the Rams on the 12th. Starting lineup today for your Grace Warriors: catcher will be number 8, Braden Wells. At first base will be number 27, Logan Maracle. At second base will be number 3, Tyler Ricardo. At third base will be number 5, Talon Epnett. At shortstop, number 42, Cooper Courtwright. In left field, number 24, JP Harrell. In center field, number 1, Gage Fuller. And in right field, number 2, Jaden Hernandez. Starting off on the mound today for the green and white will be number 19, Brady McDaniel. Your starting defensive lineup for the visiting Oak Hill Rams: catcher will be number 13, Spencer Daniels. First base, number 17, Colt Woolley. Second base, number 8, Grayson Fontenot. Third base, number 18, Christian Harper. Shortstop, number 23, Braden Bennett. In left field, number 1, Reese Brister. Center field, number 29, Connor Mitchell. In right field, fielder here for the Oak Hill Rams. In right field, in center field will be number 22, Hunter Parker, and in right field will be number 29, Connor Mitchell. Designated hitter for the Rams will be number 28, Hayden Andrews. And missed him on their lineup. Designated hitter for the Warriors today will be number 25, Pierre Lemoyne. So last week, Warriors go 3-0 on the week to maintain their undefeated season, now 14-0. They had a 10-0 win over Episcopal of Acadiana at home, a road 19-0 win over East Beauregard, 16-1 loss to St. Edmund of Eunice, and a 13-3 loss to St. John of Plaquemine. Rams wins this season over Red River, St. Joseph's of Clutcheville, Marksville, Hornbeck, Rapides, Jennings, and Pickering at the Glenmore tournament. Losses this year are to DeRitter, Stanley, Buckeye, St. Edmund, and St. John. Rams have today's game against the Warriors, and again between the Oak Hill Rams and your Grace Christian Warriors. The Warriors out in the field warming up to get the top of the first inning started here. Again on the mound for the Warriors will be the right-hander, number 19, Brady McDaniel. Throw down a second, so we are just about ready to get started here at Merrill Blackburn Field at Josh Brown Stadium in Alexandria. Leading off at bat for the Rams will be the pitcher, number 12, Riley Cetus. Brady McDaniel on the mound, Braden Wells behind the dish. The pitch, that's a strike, and we are underway here in Ellick. 1 count here for Cetus. Wind up for McDaniel, the pitch. Cetus swings on it, makes contact, but fouls it off. He'll make it no balls, 2 strikes here for Riley Cetus. And he's going to take a step out of the box and go have a conversation with the third base coach. Coach Brown coming out to see the umpire. It looks like the umpire was caught either by the bat or the foul ball, holding the left side of his ribs, but it looks like he's Looks like he is okay, but an unintended casualty on that swing by Riley Cetus was the home plate umpire. The Cetus back in the box. McDaniel winds his up. Pitch. And he swings and a misses. Strike 3. And Riley Cetus goes down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the first inning. And now at the plate for Oak Hill will be the catcher, number 13, Spencer Daniels. McDaniel deals it. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 by Daniels. 0-1 count now. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Another pitch is going to be way outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count now for Spencer Daniels. Daniels facing McDaniel in this batting matchup. Here's the windup from McDaniel. The pitch. It's going to be a little high, too. 2 balls, 1 strike now for the Oak Hill batter. The windup, the pitch. It'll be low and outside for ball. So 3 balls, 1 strike now for Spencer Daniels, looking to be the first Ram to get on base here early, the top of the first. The pitch. And that's going to be low for ball. And Spencer Daniels will move up to first base on the walk. So now at the plate for the Rams will be the first baseman, number 17, Colt Woolley. 1 out here in the top of the first. Runner on first, throw down to first, and Daniels gets back in time. A 1 out, top of the first, runner on first for Oak Hill. The pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 count now for Woolley. Daniels, Oak Hill runner on first. The pitch. That's going to be high for a ball. 1-1 count now for Colt Woolley. Facing Brady McDaniel on the mound. Spencer Daniels is the Ram on first. Still 1 out. Throw down to first. Does not get there in time. Woolley versus Daniels is safe. The 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the first inning. McDaniel ready. The pitch. That's going to be just outside. So hit by pitch. So Oak Hill now with runners. Now with runners on first and second. Spencer Daniels getting on base on balls. And Colt Woolley taking the hit by pitch. So now batting for Oak Hill will be their shortstop, number 23, Braden Bennett. The pitch. And it's going to be low and outside for a ball. 1-0 count here for Bennett. 1 out. Runners on first and second for Oak Hill. And Grace head coach Josh Brown of the Warriors coming up here in the future at home today against Oak Hill. Thursday, they will head on the road to Heinston to make the return trip for Oak Hill. There'll be 3 straight road games after today for the green and white. At Oak Hill on the 12th, make the return trip to Dodson on the 16th. And then on the 17th, next Tuesday, they'll be on the road at Monterey before coming back home the next day on the 18th to host that same Monterey team. So Coach Brown, done with this conversation with McDaniel and his infielders. So Bennett back at the plate, 1-0 count. Runners on first and second, 1 out here top first. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off over the press box for the first strike. A 1 ball, 1 strike now here for Braden Bennett. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. McDaniel gets his call. Here's the pitch. And he fouled for a base hit. Runner to third, and he is going to stop at third base. So that is going to be a base hit for Braden Bennett. And the base is now loaded here for Oak Hill in the top of the first. Braden Bennett singles on a liner into center field. So now at bat for the Rams, the second baseman, number 8, Grayson Fontenot. The pitch fouls that one off towards the press box. The 0-1 count now for Fontenot. Grayson Fontenot in a big spot here for the Rams in his first at bat. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch from McDaniel. And that's going to be low and outside for a ball. A 1 ball, 1 strike now for Fontenot. McDaniel gets his call. Here's the pitch. And that's going to catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Grayson Fontenot. Here's the pitch. And he makes contact. He's a dribbler in the dirt. Run coming to home. Throws it. And he is in time for the out. What a play there at home. A little dribbler in the dirt in front of the plate. Brady McDaniel feels it. Tosses it to Braden Wells for the force out at home to save a run. Now 2 outs here in the top of the first. So bases still loaded. That's going to be a low and outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes here for Parker.
Let's go.
Pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. 2-1 count now for Hunter Parker. 2 outs, top of the first. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Parker took cover from that one, but it gets in there for a strike. 2-2 count for the Rams, and Oak Hill takes an early 2-0 lead here on a 2 RBI single by Hunter Parker. So big job there for Hunter Parker, bringing 2 runs in on the blooper in the center field to give Oak Hill the early 2-0 lead. Now batting is third baseman number 18, Christian Harper. He hits it to shortstop, and he can't get it off in time. And Christian Harper is in safe at first. Cooper Courtright fielded it, and he couldn't get it out of his glove in time. So that puts another runner on. And that is going to be ruled a single for Christian Harper. Well, now batting is the left fielder, number 1, Reese Brister. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That's going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 count here for Brister. 2 outs, bases loaded again here for the Rams. They hold the early 2-0 lead over the Warriors. Here's the pitch from McDaniel. And he drives it into right field. It looks like it's going in the gap, but 1 run comes in. Right fielder fields it, throws it in. Another run comes in, and they will not get it in time. And that is 2 more runs for the Rams. And that's going to be another 2 RBI single. This one for Reese Brister. Your score now, Oak Hill 4. Grace Christian 0 here in the top of the first. Rams coming out meaning business here in this district opener. Now batting is the designated hitter, number 28, Hayden Andrews. The pitch will be low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here for Andrews. Two outs. Runners on first and third. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Andrews. McDaniel checks on the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Andrews. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Rams leading the Warriors 4-0. Pitch. Fouls that one off to the right side. Keep the count still 1-2 for Hayden Andrews. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that will retire the side. The top of the first inning, 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Heading into the bottom of the first inning, surprising one here. Oak Hill leads Grace Christian 4-0 here on GSPN. And we will take a short hiatus, and we'll be right back. And we're back here on GSPN, your home for Warrior Baseball. I'm Alex Newell. Heading into the bottom of the first inning, your score, Oak Hill 4, Grace Christian 0. Rams taking the 4-0 lead in the top of the first on a pair of 2 RBI singles by Hunter Parker and Reese Brister. Starting off on the mound for the Rams will be the right-hander, number 12, Riley Cetus. Throwdown, and the Warriors are ready to come to the plate. Leading off for the green and white will be the shortstop, number 42, Cooper Courtright. Warrior batters have their work cut out for them here. Already now 4-0 here in the top of here in the first inning. Cetus winds up. That one finds the strike zone for the first strike. 2-1 count now for Cooper Courtright. And that one, catches the edge of the strike zone, supposedly. Make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Start the bottom of the first here. So now batting for the Warriors will be the third baseman, number 5, Talon Elpnett. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch catches the inside part of the strike zone for a strike. 0-1 count for Elpnett. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. That one is going to be a ball way outside. 1-1 count now for Elpnett. So Elpnett flies out to left for the second out. Now at the plate will be the pitcher, number 19, Brady McDaniel. Cetus winds up, deals it. That's going to be low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here for McDaniel. Here's the pitch. That one's outside for a ball. 2-0 count now for Brady McDaniel. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for a ball. And a 3-0 count now for Brady McDaniel. The pitch. And that one catches the strike zone for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Brady McDaniel. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. And he grounds that one. Second baseman can't field it. throws it, but it's not going to be in time. And that is going to be a hit for Brady McDaniel.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 27.
Grounded it right to the second baseman, Grayson Fontenot. Had to slide to get to it, but couldn't quite field it. And now batting for the Warriors, the first baseman, number 27, Logan Markle. He thought about that one, pulled back, but it is called a strike. 0-1 count here for Markle. The pitch. That one catches the strike zone for a strike. 0-2 count here for Markle. Here's the pitch. And he fouls that one off to the right side. Keep the at-bat alive. Still 0-2 count for Markle. And that's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Logan Markle. Cetus ready on the mound. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be just outside. The Rams were sure that was going to be a strike, but it is just outside of the zone for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Markle. 2 outs. The pitch. And he makes contact with this one. Lines it straight to the first baseman, Colt Woolley. Lays out to snag it for the third out. So bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. And we are back here on GSPN. Heading into the top of the second, Oak Hill leading Grace Christian 4-0. Back at the top of the lineup for the Rams, Riley Cetus at the plate. He swings for a strike. Swings on that one and can't find it for a strikeout. Second time that Riley Cetus has gone down swinging here in this game already. So now at the plate for the Rams will be the catcher, number 13, Spencer Daniels. Daniels reached base on balls in his last at-bat. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Daniels. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the second. Rams lead 4-0. And he drives it in the left center, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Gage Fuller fields it and throws it into second, but that is going to be a 1-out single here in the top of the second for Spencer Daniels. But now at the plate for the Rams, will be the first baseman, number 17, Colt Woolley. He was hit by the pitch in his last at bat. He watches that one go by for a strike. 0-1 count here for Woolley. The pitch. And he drives in the same spot that Daniels did, and it gets down for a base hit. Daniels going around second, going to third, throw comes in, and he slides and is safe. Well, Daniels tested him And he gets down into third, and Colt Woolley will get a one-out double. So runners on second and third here for the Rams, still one out in the top of the second. Now at the plate, the shortstop number 23, Braden Bennett. So Coach Brown coming out to the mound to talk with McDaniel. And it looks like Brady McDaniel's night is finished. Moving some guys around. It looks like Talon Epnett is going to move from third out to center field. And Gage Fuller coming in from center field. Looks like he is probably going to be taking over on the mound here. So Brady McDaniel Fuller go into left, and that is actually J.P. Harrell that came in from the outfield. So now Talon Epnett is in center field. Gage Fuller moving over to left field. So now on the mound for the Warriors will be number 42 Cooper Courtright, moving over from short. 1 1/3 innings of work. Brady McDaniel struck out 3 batters, walked 1, hit 1, gave up 4 earned runs and 5 hits. Moving from third to center field. It looks like McDaniel will probably be taking over the third base spot now. And J.P. Harrell moving over to second base. I think we got a track on it now. So Epnett moving from third to center. Fuller moving from center to left. McDaniel moving from the mound to third. Courtright moving from short to pitching. Accardo moving from second to short. And J.P. Harrell moving from the outfield to second base. So now ready to get things back underway here. Braden Bennett is the batter for the Rams. No count, 1 out here in the top of the second. The Courtright just about ready on the mound, waiting on his call. Batter calls time. Ball. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Bennett. Runners on second and third, 1 out here in the top of the second. The pitch. And that one is going to curve outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Braden Bennett. Courtright ready again on the mound. The pitch. He makes contact with that one, but fouls it off into the fence on the right side of the plate. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Bennett. Courtright looking to put this batter down in his first opponent here pitching for the night. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Braden Bennett goes down on strikes for the second out. But Cooper Courtright strikes out the first batter he sees in relief of Brady McDaniel. So now at the plate for Oak Hill will be number 8, Grayson Fontenot. The pitch. And he makes contact with this one, but he's going to foul it over the right side out into the parking lot for the first strike. So 0-1 count. The 0-1 count here for Fontenot. That's going to be outside for a ball. Looking to get out of this jam here with two runners in scoring position. The pitch. Fontenot fouls it off, keeping this at bat alive. Count still 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the second. And Oak Hill calls Tom. They're going to get a courtesy runner. Spencer Daniels comes out, and in comes number 30. That's going to be Camden Lacaze. Now pinch running on third for the Rams. Courtwright ready on the mound. The pitch. And that is high, but he does not go around. So he's going to make it 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Fontenot. Here's the pitch. And he makes contact, fouls that one off. Grayson Fontenot fighting, keeping this at bat alive, trying to bring some more Rams to the plate. The Oak Hill with the 4-0 lead here in the second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Full count now for Grayson Fontenot. Here's the pitch. And he fouls another one off. Grayson Fontenot working hard, keeping this at bat alive. Gets his call. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. So bases loaded now again for Oak Hill. Now batting the center fielder, Hunter Parker. 2 outs, top of the second, bases loaded. Courtwright ready on the mound. The pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike here for Parker. 2 outs, top second. Bases loaded. Rams leading 4-0. It'll be low and outside for a ball. 1-1 count now for Hunter Parker. Here's the pitch. And he drives it into center field. That's going to bring at least 1 run. Oh, and he gets past the center fielder. 1 run comes home. 2 runs come home. And the throw is wild coming into the infield. So Hunter Parker is safe at second with a 2 RBI double. So 2 more RBIs here for Hunter Parker. He has brought in 4 of the Rams' 6 runs so far. And he fouls that one off to the right side. Count now 1-1 for Christian Harper. Rams now leading 6-0 after a 2 RBI double by Hunter Parker in the last at-bat. Fouls that one off. The 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Harper. 2 outs, top of the second. Rams with runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. And he grounds that one back to the pitcher. Throw to first, and he is out on the 1-3, and that will retire the side. So top of the second inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Heading into the bottom of the second inning, your score now, Oak Hill 6, Grace Christian 0. And we will take a short break here on GSPN, and we will be right back. And we're back here on GSPN. Bottom of the second coming up. Warriors trailing the Rams 6-0 here early. I'm Alex Newell. Sinlaw Preps here for GSPN.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 3.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Warriors will be the shortstop, number 3, Tyler Accardo. First pitch to Accardo is a strike looking. So 0-1 count here for the Warrior batter. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Accardo. Riley Cetus still on the mound for the Rams. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high for a ball. 2-1 count now for Tyler Accardo. Here's the pitch. Had a lot of pop to it, but it's outside for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Accardo. And that's going to be outside. Tyler Accardo reaches base on balls in his first at-bat. So now batting for the Warriors. And now it's going to be a high curveball for a ball. 1-0 count here for Wells. Here's the pitch. Be low for a ball. Gets past the catcher. And Accardo will move up to second on the wild pitch. So 2 balls, no strikes for Wells. Runner on second now after Accardo moved up on the wild pitch. Cetus deals it. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Braden Wells. Cetus delivers. Wells makes contact with that one, but he'll foul it off over the home dugout for a strike. 2-2 count now for Braden Wells. No outs. Runner on second. Wells ready at the plate. Cetus checking on Accardo at second. Here's the pitch. And that catches Wells. Hit by pitch, and Wells is on base now.
Now batting for Grace Christian, number 24, Jacob Merrill.
So now we're runners on first and second. To the plate comes the second baseman, number 24, J.P. Harrell. Still no outs here in the bottom of the second for Grace. Cetus checks on the runner at second. Here's the pitch. As he'll catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1 count here for Harrell. Runners on first and second, no outs. Warriors trailing 6-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now for J.P. Harrell. Cetus ready on the mound, deals it. He makes contact with that one, but it is going to go foul off the right side. Dribbled along the foul line, heading towards first base before finally rolling into foul territory. So make it 1 ball, 2 strikes now for J.P. Harrell. Still no outs. Runners on first and second. That'll be high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Merrill. Throw back to the pitcher, Cetus. Bounces off the mound, gets away from him. But it is harmlessly picked up by the shortstop, Braden Bennett. Everybody stays where they're at. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Harrell. Cetus ready on the mound. Deals it. Fouled off to the right side by Merrill. Count remains 2-2. Umpire calls time to get a few extra baseballs. O'Hara ready again at the plate. 2-2 count, no outs. Cetus ready on the mound. Deals it. That'll be low for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count for J.P. Merrill. Looking to load the bases here for Grace Christian. Cetus ready on the mound. The pitch. And it's in there for strike 3. J.P. Merrill goes down looking for the first out.
Now that is the Grace Christian, number 25, Pierre Lamont.
So now at the plate for the Warriors will be the designated hitter number 25, Pierre Lemoyne. He comes to the plate for the first time with 1 out, runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second. And that's in there for a strike. 0-1 count now for Lemoyne. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Lemoyne watches a second one go past him. 0-2 count now. Cetus ready. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes for Fuller. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 count now for Gage Fuller. The pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Keep this half inning alive for the Warriors. Try and dig into this Oak Hill lead. Here's the pitch. It'll be outside, ball 4, and Gage Fuller gets to base on balls.
Number 42, Cooper Cartwright.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Warriors. Coming to the plate is the pitcher, number 42, Cooper Cartwright. And he is in a good position to put the Warriors back in this one. Bases loaded for Cartwright. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The ball inside. 1-0 count for Cartwright. Bases loaded for the Warriors without getting a hit. They have loaded the bases on 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Warrior batters in this half inning gone down on strikes. The Ram catcher Spencer Daniels has a meeting with the pitcher Cetus. And he comes back to his position behind the dish. Cartwright ready again in the box. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1 count now for Cartwright. Cetus ready on the mound again. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cartwright had a lot of deals it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's in the dirt. Tags Cartwright for the out. And that retires the side. Cartwright goes down swinging for the second time. Warriors load the bases but cannot capitalize on it. And that retires the side. Bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 men left on base. 2 innings down here in Alexandria. Your score, Oak Hill 6, Grace Christian 0. We'll take a short break here on GSPN and we'll be right back. And we're back here on GSPN, top of the third. Warriors trailing the Rams 6-0. I'm Alex Newell here for GSPN. And through 2 innings of play here, an unfortunate stat, but the Warriors have given up more runs so far in tonight's game than they have in every other game this season combined. For the Ram left fielder, Reese Brister, 1-0 count here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. 2-0 count here for Courtright facing Brister. Brister, 2 RBI single in his last at-bat. Fouls that one off into the dirt. The 2-1 count now for Reese Brister. Courtright ready on the mound. Brister ready at the plate. Pitch. Makes contact with it. Grounds it to the first baseman, Mark, who steps on the bag for the first out. So now batting for the Rams, the designated hitter, Hayden Andrus, the strikeout victim in his first plate appearance. Takes a half-horse swing on that one, looks over to the first base umpire for the call, says he did not go around. So 1-0 count here for Andrus. Andrus takes a hack at that one for a strike. 1-1 count now for the Oak Hill DH. The pitch. That's going to be high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Andrus. 1 out, top of the third. And that's in there for a strike looking. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Andrus. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3, and Hayden Andrus goes down on strikes for the second time. Second strikeout so far for Cooper Courtright. And now at the dish for the Rams. Back at the top of the lineup is the pitcher, number 12, Riley Cetus. Struck out both times in his previous 2 at-bats. That's going to be a strike on the outside of the part of the plate. 0-1 count here for Cetus. Here's the pitch. That's in there for another strike. 0-2 count now for the Oak Hill hurler. Here's the pitch from Courtright. That's going to be in the dirt outside for a ball. 1-2 count now for Riley Cetus. Courtright ready on the mound. Here's the pitch. That's going to be very inside. Cetus has to lean back a little to avoid getting drilled on that one. 2-2 count now for the Oak Hill pitcher at the plate. The pitch. And he makes contact. Little dribbler in the dirt. Courtright feels it. Tosses it to the first baseman, Markle. And that is the third out. That will retire the side on a 1-3 from Courtright to Markle. The top of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Heading into the bottom of the third inning, your score still Oak Hill 6, Grace Christian 0. We're back here at Merrill Blackburn Field. Bottom of the third inning coming up. Warriors trail Oak Hill 6-0 to Lafayette Christian. The teams are warming up. A few scores from around the area. Leading off for the Warriors, the center fielder, Talon Epnett. Epnett flew out the center in his previous at-bat. And that pitch is inside for a ball. 1-0 count here for Epnett. Cetus still the pitcher for the Rams. Wind up, deals it. Outside for a ball. 2-0 count now for Epnett. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 count now for Talon Epnett. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Epnett. Pitch. And he drives it. Big fly in the right field. Right fielder looking for it. Can't field it. It's down. Epnett rounds first. He's going for second. And he's going to be into second safely with a double.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 19, Brady McDaniel.
Could be the first big sign of life for the Warrior batters as they try and battle back from this 6-0 deficit. Coming to the plate now, the third baseman, number 19, Brady McDaniel. No outs, runner on second is Epnett. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. 0-1 count now for McDaniel. He singled in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Pops it up high. Catcher trying to track it. Is it going to stay in? And he gets his glove on it but can't hold on to it. Valiant effort by the Oak Hill catcher, Daniels. Trying to field that pop fly along the fence but could not quite bring it in. So 0-2 count now for McDaniel after the pop foul. Runner on second, no outs. Here, Cetus checking on his glove, it seems. Cetus now ready on the mound. The pitch. And McDaniel fouls that down into his foot. Looks like he is fine, but keeps the at-bat alive. Count still 0-2. McDaniel ready again. Cetus ready on the mound. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Brady McDaniel goes down swinging for the first out.
For the Warriors, number 27, Logan Markle.
Now at the plate for the Warriors, the first baseman, number 27, Logan Markle. He lined out to the first baseman in his previous at-bat. It pops it up, and it is down. That's going to be a hit for Logan Markle. Epnett up to third. Throw comes in, and that is going to be a single for Logan Markle. Runners on the corners now for the Warriors. Tyler Accardo at the plate now for the Warriors. They're bringing some more balls out for the umpire. A lot of them have been fouled out of play here so far. So 0-0 count for Accardo. The pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes for Accardo. Runners at first and third for the Warriors. It'll be inside for a ball. So 3-0 count now for Tyler Accardo. The pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Tyler Accardo does the walk. And the bases are now loaded. Tyler Accardo drawing a walk in both of his at-bats so far. But now coming to the plate for the Warriors be their catcher number 8, Braden Wells. And the Oak Hill skipper, Chris Bandy, coming out of the mound talking with Cetus and his infield. So bottom of the third back to the dugout, Cetus will remain on the mound for the Rams. So Wells ready, bases loaded, 1 out. Cetus is ready on the mound. The pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-0 count now for Wells. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Braden Wells. Cetus deals it. Makes contact but fouls it off into the dirt. A 1 ball, 2 strikes, Braden Wells after the foul. Spencer Daniels heading to the mound to talk with his pitcher, Cetus. So the Rams, catcher and pitcher, having their meeting on the mound. A home plate umpire looked like he got caught by a ball again, or possibly caught by the bat again. It's already happened to him, unfortunately, 1 time in this game, but he takes a break, gets a drink of water, and he is going to be back behind the dish. So 1 ball, 2 strikes still for Wells, 1 out, bottom of the third, bases loaded for the Warriors. Here's the pitch. The outside and high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Wells. Cetus ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Braden Wells goes down swinging for the second out. So now batting for the Warriors, the second baseman, number 24, J.P. Harrell, in a big spot, 2 outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. He's going to be in there for a strike. Harrell didn't like the call, but the call was a strike nonetheless. 0-1 count here for him. 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom third. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Gets away from the catcher, but he does a good job of getting his hands on it preventing anybody from moving up. It's a 1-1 count now for Merrill. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Merrill. Cetus ready on the mound. Deals it. Has to be in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes for J.P. Merrill. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, trying to keep this going, get some runs on the board for the Warriors. Swing and a miss, strike 3. J.P. Merrill goes down on strikes for the second time, and that will retire the side. The bottom of the third inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 men left on base. Second inning in a row that the Warriors strand the bases loaded. And after 3 innings of play, your score still Oak Hill 6, Grace Christian 3 here on GSPN. Swings at one for a strike to get things going here. Here's the pitch. Oh, and lines it right back to the pitcher, bounces off the mound, and goes into center field, and now it's going to be a single for Spencer Daniels, his second of the game. And the Rams get things started here with a runner on base here in the top of the fourth. Now at the plate for the Rams is their first baseman, number 17, Colt Woolley. Pitch, be outside for a ball. He's going to be back at the bag safely after the throwdown by Courtright. 1-0 count here for Woolley. The pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-0 count now for Woolley. And he skies that one out to the right side, but it's going to go out of play for a foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now for the Oak Hill first baseman. Courtright ready on the mound. Here's the pitch. He fouls that one over the press box. Make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Woolley. No outs here in the top of the fourth. Runner on first for Oak Hill. The pitch. And he flies that one out into shallow center. Second baseman tracks that one down and has it, throws it back to first, but it gets past him, but no one moves up. So that is the first out here for the Rams. Call that a F8 for the fly out. Umpires having a little conversation out here near the mound. See them pointing towards the Oak Hill side. Not sure what they're discussing. So still having their meeting. And now they're pointing back to the Oak Hill side again while they're talking to Coach Brown. Both umpires pointing to that side. Still not really clear what's going on. The thing, it had something to do with the play. The second baseman, Merrill, fielded the fly, caught it for the out, tried to throw it to first to get the runner, Daniels, did not get him, and it goes up against the fencing on the Oak Hill side by their dugout, just barely out of view from the press box. And so it seems like it's something to do with that play, but we're not certain what's going on. Umpire's still talking with Coach Brown here over by third base. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of interference call because they're moving Spencer Daniels up to second. No, they're moving him up to third. So still not sure exactly what went down, but it seems to have been some sort of interference call. So on the fly out, Daniels could have moved up to second. And now they're putting him at third too. Coach Brown not happy about this call. I'm not completely certain what moves Daniels up to third base on this. He is very displeased with what's going on here. And it looks like we'll get back to action now. So there's going to be still one out here in the top of the fourth. There's going to be a runner on third now for Oak Hill with Braden Bennett coming to the plate. Bennett, a single and a strikeout in his two plate appearances so far. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it gets away from Courtright. It actually goes behind Bennett for the third ball. So 3-0 count now for Braden Bennett. Walks the second batter of the evening as Bennett takes first base. Runners now on first and third. When Bennett was taken first, he launched his bat like a javelin towards the Oak Hill dugout, and the crowd on the home side of the field here was very displeased with this. So now the umpire go and have a conversation with the Oak Hill skipper, Coach Bandy, regarding this. It's going to be, the umpire is going to give a warning. Here, Courtright comes off the mound, checks the runner at third, then the runner at first. They both get back. Courtright ready again. Here's the pitch. He bounces off of Courtright as he tries to field it, but it is picked up by Markle before anything else can happen. So that's going to be an RBI single for Fontenot, as Oak Hill extends their lead now to 7-0. So now batting for the Rams will be their center fielder, number 22, Hunter Parker. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 count for Parker. Parker, two RBI single and a 2 RBI double in his first 2 at-bats. Runners on first and second here for him out. And he doesn't get it. The left fielder tries to throw into third, gets that runner out on the force. The left fielder for the Warriors, Gage Fuller, had trouble with that one, comes out of his glove, and that's going to be ruled an error at E7. But they do get the runner out at third, so they don't end with nothing here. They get the second out, but Parker gets on base on the E7. First pitch here to Harper is a ball, 1-0 count. Christian Harper, the third base kill. Next pitch is high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes for Christian Harper. The pitch, and it hits him. Christian Harper is hit by the pitch, and that will load the bases now for the Rams. So 2 outs, top of the fourth. Coming to the plate is the Oak Hill left fielder, number 1, Reese Brister. Bases loaded here for the Rams. 1 run already across here in this half. It'll be way outside for a ball. Wells corrals it before he gets away from him. So it'll be a 1-0 count for Brister, and Grace skipper Josh Brown coming to the mound, having a talk with his infield. Warriors have now given up the same amount of runs through 3.5 innings tonight that they have given up in their entire 14 previous games this season. And in back-to-back losses against strong Class 1A programs in St. Edmund and St. John. So Brister ready again at the plate. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes for Brister. 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 3. So 7 consecutive balls thrown by Courtright now. Walked the previous batter in 4 pitches. 3-0 count, Courtright ready. Shows bunt. Pulls it back for a strike. So 3-1 count now for Reese Brister. The pitch. And he lines that one, but it goes foul down the left side. Everybody checking to make sure their pumpkins are still on their shoulders after that line drive. So make the count. Now 8-0 Oak Hill. Two runs come across here in the top of the fourth. #29, Connor Mitchell making his first plate appearance. Fouls that one off to the catcher. 0-1 count here for Mitchell. Mitchell, the Ram right fielder, replacing the DH Hayden Andrus. Going to be low and outside for a ball. 1-1 count now for Mitchell. That one's in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Mitchell. Courtright trying to get Grace out of a jam here. Here's the pitch. The outside in the dirt for ball. Full count now for Connor Mitchell. Rams trying to walk home. But Coach Brown back out here on the mound. Oak Hill now leading 9-0. Brought home 3 runs here in the top of the 4th. 2 of them come to plate on walks with the bases loaded and back-to-back at-bats here. Three and a third innings of action for Cooper Courtright. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks for Warriors. So while Epnett is getting warm on the mound for the Warriors, we'll look at some more scores from around the area and around the state. As we said earlier, Georgetown swept Rapides in 2 games today. Elizabeth falls Lafayette Christian 16-1. Pickering run ruled by Lacassine 18-8. Grant falls to Quitman 5-2. Quitman, a team the Warriors are keeping a close eye on, one of the good Class B teams here. That will retire the side. Cetus goes down on the 6-3. Top of the 4th inning, 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 men left on base. Heading into the bottom of the 4th inning, your score now, Oak Hill 9, Grace Christian 0. We will take a short break and we will be right back here on GSPN. Riley Cetus, still the pitcher on the mound for the Rams. Other area scores, Leesville gets run ruled by Iowa today, 12-2. Tioga, in a premier local matchup, Tioga takes down Menard 3-1 today. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Warriors will be their DH number 25, Pierre Lemoyne. Lemoyne, a strikeout victim, and his only at-bat so far tonight. So 2-0 count now for Lemoyne. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be outside as well for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Pierre Lemoyne. Pitch. And there goes, say that one was high for a ball. 3-1 count now for Lemoyne. Trying to get on base for the first time tonight. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for a high strike. Full count now for Lemoyne. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Pierre Lemoyne will reach base on balls.
Now back to Grace Christian.
4th walk given up by Riley Cetus so far through this one, but still has the shutout and only allowed 3 hits. So now batting for the Warriors, number 1, Gage Fuller. Runner on first, no outs. Cetus checks the runner at first, deals it, and he drives it into right field. It's over the right fielder's head. Rounding second, he's rounding first. Goes in, slides, and he is in with a double. Gage Fuller tattooed that one into right field. And that is going to be a double, putting 2 runners in scoring position now for the Warriors. Warrior offense still showing some signs of life here. And we will be top of the lineup now. Cooper Courtright coming to bat for the Warriors. Pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 count for Courtright. And he drives that one in the right field, but it is going to be foul. So 0-2 count for Courtright. The pitch. Going to be low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Cooper Courtright. Second and third. Here's the pitch. And he drives it deep right field. Right fielder to get it. And he can't get it. It falls. 1 run is going to score for sure. Courtright in the second. Coming to the plate now is Talon Epnett. Runners on second and third. Still no outs. The pitch. Fouls that one off to the right side for a strike. 0-1 count for Epnett. And this is exactly what we need to see from this Warrior offense right now. Back doubles after Lemoyne draws the walk, puts a run on the board. Score now 9 to do here, but some signs of life with no outs here in the fourth. Little dribbler down the third base line. It stays fair. Throw down to first is not in time. First baseman comes off the bag. And that is going to be an RBI single for Talon Epnett. So Epnett hits the dribbler down the third base line. Looked like it might go into foul territory, but stays fair. And the Oak Hill third baseman, Harper, picks it up and tosses it down to first, but it pulls the first baseman, Woolley, off the bag. So that is going to be an RBI single for Talon Epnett. It'll be hard to catch him on that throw regardless. So Brady McDaniel will be the Warrior coming to the plate now. A single and a strikeout in his 2 appearances. Oak Hill skipper Chris Bandy comes and has a meeting with his pitcher Riley Cetus. Cetus will stay out on the mound. And out. It'll be a P1 pop out to the pitcher. North under to second base. Gets the runner. Throws it to first. And he is out to end it. What a throw by the Oak Hill second baseman, Grayson Fontenot. Fields the ground ball, coming from first, and throws it down to first to retire the side. Marksville pulls an upset as they take down Caldwell Parish 8-7, and a pretty surprising outcome there. So leading off for the Rams will be their catcher, number 13, Spencer Daniels.
Go, Cal.
Daniels leading off the top of the fifth here. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. Way inside, Daniel takes shelter from that one. That's a ball to get things started here in the top of the fifth. 1-0 count for Daniels. Epnett ready on the mound. The pitch. That's going to be high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes now. Gets Daniels on base as he reaches base on balls for the second time tonight. Now at the plate for the Rams, the first baseman Colt Woolley. Woolley 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Count for Woolley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Throw down to first. Does not get the runner. So it's going to be no balls, 2 strikes for Colt Woolley. Runner on first. And the Ram base runner, Daniels, when he slid in on that throwdown, he might have jostled himself a little bit, but he walks it off and he's going to be okay. Yep, and it checks on Daniels at first. The pitch. And that's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now for me. Epnett put the curve in there, but couldn't quite. Now at the plate is Braden Bennett. Pops that one high in the air towards the right side, but it's going to go out of play. Be the second strike. The 1-2 count now for Bennett. One out, runner on second. Epnett steps off, get the runner back to second. He's ready again on the mound. Here's the pitch. Pops it up, shallow center. They're trying to track it. And he's going to get that for the out. That's in LeCase. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Pops that up, court right tracking it, so's the center fielder, and he has it for the out on a P8, and that retires the side. Top of the 5th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Heading into the bottom of the 5th. Your score, Oak Hill 9, Grace Christian 2.
Now batting for the Warriors.
And we're back
Number 3
here on GSPN. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Warriors will be number 3, Tyler Ricardo. He has walked in both of his plate appearances tonight. Fouls that one off to the right side for the first strike. 0-1 count here for Ricardo. Here's the pitch from Cetus. Low for a ball. 1-1 count now for Accardo. Here's the pitch. Takes a swing at that one. Foul tips it. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Tyler Accardo. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off to the right side. Keeps the at-bat alive. Count still 1-2. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rams leading the Warriors 9-2. Pops it up to third base, and he's going to get down for a hit. Didn't get good contact on that one, but got just enough on it to get into a spot where no one can get it. So that's going to be a single. Blooped that one over the shortstop's head to get it in play. First hit of the night for Merrill as well. After the strikeout to get things started, Warriors now back-to-back singles to put runners at first and second. Pierre Lemoyne now batting. Thought about taking a hack at that one, but pulls back for a ball. 1-0 count for Lemoyne. Runners on first and second, 1 out. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Pierre Lemoyne. 1 out, 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch. Swings and misses for strike 2. 1-2 count now for Lemoyne.
1-2.
Here's the pitch. And that's in there, strike 3. Pierre Lemoyne goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
Now back to Grace Christian.
Tyler Cetus gets his 2nd strikeout looking. Riley Cetus gets his 2nd strikeout looking here in the 5th. Make that 9 strikeouts for him. Now batting for the Warriors will be Gage Fuller. Fuller a double in his last at-bat. Pitch. High and outside for a ball. 1-0 strikes for Fuller, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, runners on first and second. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls. 3 balls. 3 pitches, 3 balls for Cetus. So Fuller with a 3-0 count, trying to load the bases here, keep this inning going. Catcher calls time. Getting his gear adjusted. And we're ready to get back at it. 3-0 count for Fuller. The pitch. And that's it. Gage Fuller takes base on balls for the 2nd time tonight. And that loads the bases for the Warriors. And coming out to the mound for the Rams now will be Braden Bennett, moving over from shortstop. It looks like Cetus will probably be moving to short, replacing Bennett. Pitkin defeats Evans 4-1 tonight. Grant falls to Quitman 5-2. Pineville falling to West Monroe 7-4. St. Mary's with a 15-9 win over Montgomery in district action there. Delta Charter run ruled by St. Frederick 16-0. And got to pick on myself a little bit. I've foolishly been looking at softball scores. So those have been your local scores I've been rattling off here lately have been your local softball scores, just to clarify that. Bases loaded here for Courtright. First pitch is a strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch is a ball, 1-1 count now for Courtright. Bennett waiting on a call he likes. Courtright calls time, steps out of the box. And he's ready again now. 1 ball, 1 strike for Courtright. 2 outs, bases loaded. Here it's open to walk home a run. The pitch. And that's inside, ball 4. Courtright takes his base on balls. And a run comes home to score for the Warriors. They cut the lead again now to 9-3. Bennett walking the first batter he sees in his appearance. Now at the plate is Talon Epnett. Still 2 outs, still bases loaded. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes for Epnett. And that pitch is a ball. 2 balls, no strikes now for Epnett. 2 outs, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Epnett. Here's the pitch. Makes contact. And that one gets down. Throw down to first. And he is out to retire the side on the 6-3. The 1 run comes across to score for the Warriors, but they leave 3 runners stranded. Bottom of the 5th, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 3 men left on base. Slowly chipping away at that lead, but the Warriors are running out of time here. Heading into the top of the 6th, your score, Oak Hill 9, Grace Christian 3. We're back here on GSPN, starting the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Rams is Hunter Parker. Parker 2 for 3 tonight with 4 RBIs on a double and a single, and reached base on an error in his 3rd appearance. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 count for Parker. The pitch. That'll be high for a ball. 2-0 count now for Hunter Parker. Epnett ready on the mound. Deals it. Low and outside. Ball 3. 3-0 count now for Parker. trying to get on base for the 4th time tonight. The pitch. That's going to be high for ball 4. And Hunter Parker succeeds in getting on base for the 4th at bat in a row. Once on a walk, once on an error, and twice on RBI base hits. So now batting for Oak Hill is Christian Harper. First pitch is a ball low. Harper hit by the pitch in his most recent at-bat. He's 1 for 3. The pitch in there right down the middle for a strike from Epnett. 1-1 count now for Harper. The pitch makes contact with this one, but fouls it off to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now for Harper. The pitch way outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Christian Harper. Pitch. Skies that one into shallow center. Courtright backing up, and he fields it for the first out. And now batting for the Rams will be the left fielder, Reese Brister. One out here in the top of the 6th. No, 1 runner on base. Rams leading 9-3. Pitch. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here for Brister. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 count now for Brister. Two-two count now for Brister. The pitch. Grounds it back to the pitcher. Epnett throw down a second. Gets the tag. They were trying to get the double play, but the throw pulled Courtright a little off the bag, and he ends up having to go for the tag instead of the force. And that is the second out. So Brister will reach base on a fielder's choice. But 2 outs here. Now batting is Connor Mitchell. That's in there for a strike. Mitchell drew to walk on his first at-bat. The pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-1 count now for Connor Mitchell. That one is outside as well. 2 balls, 1 strike now. 2 outs here at the top of the 6th. Runner on first. The pitch. Whoa! That one was inside. Looked like it was going to hit Mitchell, but puts his bat up in self-defense and it hits it. So that is going to be a foul ball because the ball did go off the bat. So 2-2 count now for Mitchell. The pitch. Line drive into right field, and that gets down for a base hit for Connor Mitchell. Rams keep this one alive. So coming to the plate now is Riley Cetus. 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Rams. The pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 1, 1-0 count for Cetus. The pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now for Riley Cetus. Fouls that one way off to the right side for the first strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Cetus. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike now. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And Cetus draws the walk. Bases loaded now again for Oak Hill. But coming to the plate now, Spencer Daniels for Oak Hill. 2 outs, bases loaded. Daniels, 2 singles, 2 walks, and 4 appearances. Fouls that one off to the left side for a strike. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Way outside for a ball. 1-1 count now for Spencer Daniels. Epnett ready on the mound. The pitch. Outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Daniels. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Daniels. Trying to draw a walk for the 3rd time tonight. And Coach Brown come out to the mound to have a talk with his guys. And that is going to be it for Talon Epnett. It's like we're going to have another pitching change here for the Warriors. Let's see who it is taking over on the mound. Epnett, 1 strikeout, 1 hit allowed, 3 walks in his appearance tonight. So taking over on the mound for the Warriors will be number 3, Tyler Accardo, moving over from shortstop. So we return again here on GSPN, top of the 6th. Oak Hill leading Grace Christian 9-3. Tyler Accardo be the new pitcher on the mound for the Warriors. So while he continues to warm up, we'll take a look at the local baseball scores for the first time. I promise it is baseball scores this time. So looking around the area, Hornbeck a 3-1 winner over Singer tonight. Pitkin run rules Plainview 14-4. Elizabeth run Royalsville Platte 13-3. Fairview a 17-2 winner over Midland. Harrisonburg defeats Monterey 10-2. Hicks demolishes Florine 22-0. Ash an 8-0 winner over Vermilion Catholic. Pineville gets a big 13-1 win over Winfield. And Leesville run ruled by Iowa 12-2. And Buckeye 15-0 win over Marksville. So we're back 3-1 count here for the Ram batter. Tyler Cardo now the pitcher, 2 outs, bases loaded. Lines it to the shortstop, throw down to third, and he is out to retire the side. Top of the 6th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 men left on base. Heading at the bottom of the 6th, your score, Oak Hill 9, Grace Christian 3. We're back here on GSPN. I'm Alex Newell. Bottom of the 6th inning getting going. Leading off for the Warriors will be Brady McDaniel. Braden Bennett, the pitcher on the mound for Oak Hill still. The pitch. Inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes for McDaniel. Flies that one way out of play to the left side for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Brady McDaniel. Here's the pitch. That one just gets in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for McDaniel. Bennett winds up the pitch. Outside and low, ball 2. 2-2 count now for McDaniel. Still no outs. Here's the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Full count now for Brady McDaniel here leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. And that one's going to be inside for a ball. And Brady McDaniel is on base with the walk. Second walk of the night already for Braden Bennett. Now batting for the Warriors is Logan Maracle. Runner on first, no outs. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball one. 1-0 count for Merrill. Another one inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes for Logan Merrill. That one does find the zone for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now is the count. The pitch. That one is low, but they rule it a strike. The 2-2 count now for Logan Merrill. Oh, and that one got him. Or it looks like it got him. It may have just come off the bat. And that is what they're going to rule, is that it's coming off the bat. So it's 2-2 count still. Here's the pitch. And that's in strike 3. Logan Merrill goes down looking for the first out. First strikeout tonight for Braden Bennett. So the pitcher, Tyler Ricardo, now at the plate for the Warriors. 2 walks and a strikeout is his night so far. First pitch to him is a strike. 0-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 count now for Ricardo. The pitch. A little high, a little outside. That's going to be a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Ricardo. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Ricardo goes down on strikes for the second at bat in a row. So Braden Wells coming to the plate now for Grace. Singled in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Bennett. Way outside. Gets away from the catcher. Runner goes. Throw down. And he is out. Brady McDaniel gets gunned down by the Ram catcher Spencer Daniels, and that retires the side. With the runner getting gunned down, bottom of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Heading into the top of the 7th now. Your score still Oak Hill 9, Grace Christian 3. We're back on GSPN, getting ready to start the top of the 7th. Score is Oak Hill 9, Grace Christian 3. Checking out the local scoreboards once again. Lakeview falls to Logansport 9-0. LaSalle defeats Northwood Lena 11-3. Rose Pine a 4-1 win over Vinton tonight. Rapides falls to Kinder 11-0 in a district matchup there. Menard defeats Oakdale 4-3. Manny takes 2 games against Mansfield 20-0 in both. Now leading off the top of the 7th for the Rams with the first baseman number 17 Colt Woolley. Hit by pitch, a double, a fly out, and a strikeout in his appearances tonight. First pitch from Ricardo is inside for a ball. A 1 ball, no strikes here for Woolley. Here's the pitch. Took a half-hearted swing at that one. They said he did go around. Strike 1. 1-1 count now. Pitch. And that's in there, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here for Woolley. Wind up, the pitch from Ricardo. And he drives that one into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Colt Woolley. And that brings the pitcher, Braden Bennett, to the plate. Well, no outs, runner on first now here for Bennett. The pitch. And that one curves inside. Slider gets him for a strike. No balls, 1 strike here for Bennett. Runner on first, no outs here in the top of the 7th. Throw down to first. Not in time. Runner gets back. Count remains 1-1 for Braden Bennett. The pitch. High and inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now is the count. Ricardo checks on the runner at first. Here's the pitch. That's inside for another ball. Gets away from the catcher, and Woolley will move up to second on the wild pitch. The 3-1 count now for Bennett. Runner on second after the wild pitch. Still no outs. Ricardo looks at the runner, deals it. That's going to be high for ball 4. Bennett will take his base on balls. The pitch. Line drive past the pitcher into the outfield. Runner coming around third, going for home. Throw comes in, and it is away from the catcher. Run scores. And the remaining runners move up to second and third. And that's going to be an RBI single for Fontenot. RBI single for Fontenot, who moves up to second on the errant throw. The score now 10-3. Runners on second and third. Hunter Parker at the plate. The pitch. Could be outside for a ball. 1-0 count here for Parker. Second RBI single of the night there for Grayson Fontenot. Parker at the plate. That's a strike. Count now 1-1. Parker, an RBI single and RBI double in his first 2 at-bats. Then he reached on an error and walked in his most recent at-bat. Still no outs here for the Rams. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 2-1 count now for Parker. Flies it into the outfield. Runner tagging up at third. Catches it for the out. Runner comes in from third. Throw is offline. And Braden Bennett will score on the tag up. So that is going to be a sacrifice RBI for Hunter Parker. Another run coming across for the Rams makes the score now 11-3. At the plate now is Christian Harper. Outside for a ball. Takes a swing at one in the dirt for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Harper. The pitch. Gonna be high for a ball. 2-1 count now. 2 outs. Runner on second. The pitch. Gonna be low for a ball. 2-1 count now. The pitch. Grounds that one to third. Throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. Top of the 7th. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. Heading into the bottom of the 7th, if the Warriors have a rally in them, it's going to have to happen now as they trail 11. So we're back on GSPN. Hanging the bottom of the 7th. Oak Hill leads Grace Christian 10-3. Thought it was 11-3. Runner, believe when the runner tagged up from third, they said he might have. They said he left early, and he was out at third on the throwback in. So score is 10-3. Oak Hill leading. Leading off for the Warriors is Braden Wells. Ball's low for a strike. Or low for a ball, excuse me. 1-0 count here for Wells. That one is in there for a strike. 1-1 count now. He drives it into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Second single in a row for Braden Wells to get things going here in the bottom of the 7th with a hit.
Number 24, Jacob Merrill.
Ball gets away. Runner stays at first. Going to be 1-0 count now here for J.P. Harrell. The pitch. Be low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes now for Harrell. No outs, runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th. Shortstop retreats back to his position. 3-0 is the count for J.P. Harrell. Bennett waiting on a call he likes. Gets it. He's in position. The pitch. That's going to be high. Ball 4. And J.P. Harrell takes base on balls.
Now batting for the Warriors. Number 10, GSPN-Grace.
A new batter in the game for the Warriors. That's going to be number 10, Cameron Gray. coming in for Pierre Lemoyne. First pitch is a strike. 0-1 count here for Gray. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. 1-1 count now. The pitch. That one's low again. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Cam Gray. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now is the count for Gray. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. Full count here for Cameron Gray. That's going to be a ball, and it gets away from the catcher. But it's not going to matter. Cameron Gray takes his base on balls. And that will load the bases now for the Warriors. 5th batter walked by Braden Bennett here. But now batting for the Warriors will be Gage Fuller. No outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-0 count here for Fuller. Fuller calls time. Take a step out of the batter's box. The pitch from Bennett. In there for a strike. 1-1 count now for Gage Fuller. Here's the pitch. And he flies it out in the center field. Center fielder trying to track it down, and he has it for the out. Runner was going to come home from third, but ends up changing his mind. The first out here in the bottom of the 7th, a fly out to center for Gage Fuller. And now at the plate, it's Cooper Courtright. Bases still loaded, 1 out now, bottom 7. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 1. 0-1 count for Courtright. The pitch. And he pops that one up right side. They're tracking it, and the first baseman has it for the out. So that is the second out here. Pop out to the first baseman is the second out. Now to the plate for the Warriors is Talon Epnett. Warriors down to their last out now here with bases loaded. Here's the pitch from Bennett. Low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes for Epnett. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom 7. Inside for a ball, gets away from the catcher, but no one tries to advance. A 2-0 count now for Talon Epnett. Here's the pitch. High for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes now for Epnett. Warriors would love to walk home a run here. Try and keep this game going. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now for Epnett. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Full count for Talon Epnet, and the Warriors are down to their last strike. Bennett winds up, deals it. That's low, and they call it a strike. It looked low, but they're going to say that's strike three. And Talon Epnet goes down looking, and that's the ball game, folks. The story of the night there as the Warriors load the bases but can't do anything. No, bottom of the seventh, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 men left on base. Warriors strand the bases loaded 4 times tonight as they fall for the first time this season at the hands of Oak Hill 10-3 here in their district opener. Not how the Warriors wanted to open district play. But Oak Hill coming out and showing that they're a contender for this district title and could be a contender in Class B as they take down the Warriors 10-3 tonight for the Warriors' first loss of the season. They move to 14-1 now. They will return the trip to Oak Hill on Thursday. And this, if anything, proves that this is going to be a very competitive district this season. We know how good Grace is. They've shown it all along so far this season. Oak Hill knew they were strong, but they come out with their A game tonight and stun the Warriors. And then we still have a real good Glenmora team in this district. So district play is going to be very interesting here in 5B. But once again, your final score here from Merrill Blackburn Field, Oak Hill 10, Grace Christian 3. That concludes the game broadcast tonight, but stay tuned here in a little bit. We'll have our post-game interview with the Warrior skipper, Josh Brown. So make sure and stay tuned here. Thank you for tuning in here on GSPN. I'm Alex Newell. Thank you. Good night. We'll see you with Coach Brown here in a minute.